But it is 8 o'clock, so we want to go ahead and get started. I did just hit the record button. I think everybody knows us, but there are some newer people on here. Some names, some of them are other distributors that I just maybe don't know. But we are Ron and Rhonda Gessner. He's busy taking notes already, or making an outline, I guess. And we have Ron and Lisa Villanueva on here with us. They are 5As, soon to be 6As from Chicago. We are so excited for them. And our guest speaker tonight, we are so honored, Romi, to have you on this webinar with us. Romi is one of Enagic's very top leaders and so well respected in this company. Oh my goodness, we just feel like it's such an honor that you take time out of your schedule to spend it with our team. We have, I don't know, Romi, we just really look up to you as a leader. We really love you and Rose and appreciate what you are doing. Ron and I feel like you set such an example for the Enagic family. You know, that when you are financially blessed, that you do the right thing with the blessings. Romi, for those of you that don't know, has already built 4 churches in the Philippines, and I'm sure there's more to come, but we are just honored and excited to be part of your team. So Romi, if you want to just take it away, if you'd like to cover, we just thought maybe by covering mindset first, it might generate some other questions. So you take it away.
Okay. Now, when I press this PowerPoint, do you see the full page in your screen? Do you see it?
Is it full screen for you guys, Ron and Lisa?
I mean,
for the most part, yes.
Okay, so you see the whole rectangle, right? I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Okay, I'll move it out again. I have 2 screens here. I move it from the right screen to the left screen.
Oh, I have enough problems with one screen.
So right now I move it on the other screen first.
Okay.
So now I presume some of the people that are listening now have not were not on the previous webinar, so I can tell my story again. I just don't want to repeat my story if everybody have heard it already, you know. So should I tell basically how I started?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. The way I got started was my friend JB came to my house, and this was 2005. What happened was the Japanese company had been using this machine in Japan for a long time, and they brought it to America in 2003. And they built 4 offices where the Japanese communities are. And originally they were selling it just among the Japanese. And then my friend JB was one of the first English-speaking person who bought the machine. His wife became well from drinking the water. And he used to tell me he was the only English-speaking person at the office. And they're kind of getting like sometimes annoyed with him because he doesn't speak Japanese, you know? In California. And he was asking a lot of questions. That's how he learned this business. He keeps on asking questions.
Oh, my word.
A good business, you know. So anyway, 2004, he's been sending me things in the mail. He's been calling me. I don't want to listen to him. I was doing real estate. And then 2005, he finally came to my house. And he showed me the machine and he did a demo. I still wasn't interested. After he left, I threw away the gallon he gave me. Like I didn't care at the time. And then 3 months later, I mean, he would not stop. He kept on like following up on me for 2 years. So after doing the demo and I still did not listen, he called me again 3 months later. That was January 2006. And he said, Romi, remember the machine I showed you? I'm giving water away to people, and every time they buy the machine, the Japanese company sends me checks, and that kind of got me interested. I mean, I was doing real estate, and I cannot make money in real estate anymore. And my friend JB is saying he's getting checks, so I need those checks. So anyway, he invited me to go to California. I live in New York, so I went to California. He brought me to a meeting. There were like about 500 people at the meeting. They were all Orientals, Japanese. The meeting was in Japanese, so I did not understand much, except that the water really works and that the business is good, because I saw them giving away checks on the stage. So I get back to New York. I bought my machine, and I said, let me try this business. I have nothing else to do anyway. My real estate business is like almost gone. So my first two customers were two elderly ladies. They did not buy in the beginning. I gave them water. A few days later, they called me back, and they told me they want more water. They just want to buy the machine I showed them. Okay, so that's my first experience of selling the machine. This was 2006 February. Anyway, I went to my friend Joe. I told the story. He bought the machine. We started doing home meetings in Anna Wilshire's house. And to make the long story short, I just did the demonstration every single day for 90 days. I mean, after I experienced that initial sales and I find out I can make money doing the demo and selling the machine, I just kept on doing it every day. 90 days, I sold my first 100 group sales and I became a 6A. Now, I saw one of the questions says, I mean, how did he find those people to give demos in the first 90 days? Okay, so this was one of the questions you emailed me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, previous to Enagic, okay, I've been in Enagic 10 years now. Previous to Enagic, I was with different companies. For 20 years, I was with Amway, Herbalife, Melaleuca, New Skin, insurance, air purifier. Like what happened was way back when I was young, when I was 28 years old, I was working as an accounting clerk in New York City in Wall Street, and I was living in an apartment building with one bedroom, and I had two kids already. And every time I get paid from my clerical accounting job, it's always not enough. And I ended up attending a network marketing meeting, and my mind opened up. I saw another avenue of making money. And from attending that meeting, my mind was opened up. Like they say, you can be your own boss. You don't have to wake up every morning and go to work, like a dog. So I really absorb all those information. It's a totally new lifestyle that was open to me, where I can design my future. I can go vacation when I want. Maybe I can have more money and buy a house and buy a nice car, get out of that apartment building, and it's a whole new future I saw if I would get involved in network marketing. So I said, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. I need to know what I need to do to be able to do this network marketing. At the time, it was Amway. I didn't last long. Like 3 months, I quit. And then I moved to Herbalife. But what happened to me was I read all the books, almost all the books they wanted me to read. I listened to a lot of like audio tapes, and that was my training in network marketing. It was such a good school. What fascinated me, for instance, was the concept where I would, like Henry Ford said, I would rather earn 1% of 100 men's effort than 100% of my own effort. Okay, so I was fascinated by that building up of if you recruit 5 people and those 5 people recruit 5 each, that's going to be 25. If those 25 recruit 5 each, that will be 125 people. And if they recruit 5 each, that will be 625 people. It was like unbelievable concept to me, you know. And from attending a lot of seminars and meetings and seeing a lot of people earning money and having a good lifestyle with doing network marketing, I became a believer. I became a convert in network marketing. So at age 29, I quit my job. I said, I don't want to work anymore. And all I'm going to do is network marketing. So I moved into a company called Herbalife and did that. A year later, I had problems. I lost all my downlines. You know, there was some kind of negative publicity, and I was contemplating whether I should go back to work or just find another company. And I decided I'm just going to find another company. So that's what I kept on doing. I will build, and then when problem happens, I just find another company and rebuild again. What happens is you develop the skills, you know, as you go along, and the skills that you learn, there are basics. For instance, the first skill you need to learn is how to build your list of names, because without a list of names that you can call, um, that will be your first stumbling block. If you cannot have a list of names, they say the dullest pencil is better than the sharpest mind. You know? So get your pencil and make a list of names. Because if it's in your mind, you will forget who you're gonna call. Okay, so that's basic skill that one has to learn, because it's okay to be excited, but that excitement have to be complemented by the skills that will enable you to be able to do what you need to do. It cannot just be excitement, you know. You should be excited, but you have to know what to do. Okay, now some people just end up being excited, but they would not go to the training necessary to learn what needs to be done. Okay, so self-development is very important. Okay, so what happened was I learned how to build the list of names. I learned what to say on the phone when you invite them. You use the phone only to get appointments, to go to their house, or to invite them to go to a meeting. You don't explain the whole product or opportunity over the phone. Okay, so you use the phone. So I learned that. I learned how to do the demonstration or presentation in front of people. So those are basic skills. I learned goal setting, time management, leadership. I became a reader. I read a lot of books, a lot of audio tapes. So because what happens is what I found was I needed a whole lot of change in my mindset, in my belief system, because we have a lot of limiting beliefs that stops us to be able to do what we need to do, and it has to be changed. It cannot be changed just by wanting it to change. You have to have new information programmed into you. Okay, so to answer the question, how did I find all those people to give demos in the first 90 days? Through the past 20 years that I was doing those network marketing, I kept everybody's phone numbers and addresses and business cards and information. Okay, I had book binders where I would paste all the business cards of people, and then later on I put them on a database in a laptop. So I have a database and I can see everybody's phone numbers. But it's not really that I contacted 100 people. I probably must have contacted only about 15 of them and was able to do presentation on those 15. and the other 85 came from those 15. Okay, I don't think anybody could do like 100 presentations directly. So it's always when you find one and that person purchase a machine, you should capitalize on the excitement of that one person. When they just bought a machine, they're excited. That's the best time to get them to gather their friends because they are still excited. You know, if you prolong that, you miss out because they grow cold. So they say you strike the iron while it is hot. You know, so when also the best time to make the next appointment is right after you make a sale. Okay, because you are excited at that point. What happens is if you cool down, your lack of excitement shows up. You know? So once you just made a sale, you are excited. Make that call, make those phone calls because you're still excited. Now, after a long time of doing the business, it just becomes routine. But I would say for most new people, the excitement is high once they make a sale. Okay, so make the most of that experience. Okay. The other question is, okay, let me go to the mindset first. Well, time goes so fast. This is my wife, my two sons, they're both 6As. My daughter-in-laws, my grandkid, I have three of them between Jeremy and Jason, my two sons. Now I ask people, do you see a horse? Most people will say, no, I see a frog, you know. Now, do you see a horse? Do you see a horse? Do you see a horse? Do you see the horse? Now you see the horse. Now what I'm pointing out in this exercise is your mind will find what it is looking for. It will find what it's looking for. So if you try to find money in this business, you will find it if you look for it. If you want to find health in this business, you will find it. Okay, it's there. I sell by telling stories. I tell stories of lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, and I tell stories of wealthy lifestyle. Okay, I do not sell machine. I sell good health. This is my mom. She's 83 years old, and 10 years ago I gave her a machine. She was kind of weak. She easily gets tired. Now there she is in front of the banana boat. This was taken last. she has become stronger, healthier. Again, she's 83 years old. This was taken this year, last March. You know, I'm telling you, this Kangen water is so good. All my family. Last night at the Christmas party, I had 3 tables, 10 on each table. So I have 30 relatives at the Christmas party. It's been like that in the past, like I think 3 years already. And all those relatives are drinking Kangen water.
Wow.
They all have machines. They are all distributors. 3 tables, 30 people at the party.
That's amazing.
My niece, my nephews, you know, my in-laws.
So why we joined the Kangen water business? We joined the Kangen business because we felt that this was the best opportunity for us at the time. We had a hard time in the beginning when we got married. We bought a home in South Jersey and we furnished it and got ourselves in deep credit card debt. And to be exact, it was around $55,000 in credit card debt. And the following year, we racked up another 10 grand. So a total of $65,000 credit card debt. So we were depressed, we were stressed. Aside from our student loans, you know, that's an additional debt that we had. And we saw our father-in-law, which is my husband's dad, he was doing very well in the Kangen business at the time. My husband was a mechanic. He was a car mechanic, and he was also depressed at the time. So we decided, you know what, we have to make a change. And since he was doing so well in the Kangen business, we're like, we can make this work. And we just got to do it. We just had no choice at that point. So we decided to get our Kangen water machine. We believed in the product from the start. So we already had the machine, but we wanted to get into the business. So we already knew that the Kangen water worked. So we just wanted to start doing the business side of it. So once we did that, and we started to get into self-development, we started to surround ourselves, with positive, like-minded people. We really started to see a change little by little. And as our business grew, we started to pay off our credit card debt. Thank the Lord, we paid off all the $65,000 debt, which we're so proud of and so thankful and blessed about that, because that's definitely, something that has helped us. Now we don't have stress over that, and we were able to pay off our student loans as well. And on top of that, we get to actually live our dream of traveling around the world. I've always dreamed to do that, always, since even before we got married. I always said, you know what, I want to go to Hawaii, I want to go to Asia, I want to go to Europe, and we're able to do that now through the Kangen water business. It's amazing, and we have now people that are in our Kangen water business all over the U.S. and now starting internationally. So it's definitely blowing up. It's something that you guys should definitely look into. Google it, look it up. Celebrities are doing this now. They love the Kangen water product. They're using it. Health professionals, and it's definitely something that you should consider, because we at the time were so depressed, and this really changed our life. So if you're interested in learning more about it, contact me or contact my husband Jason Verdara, and we would love to show you the way to pursue your dreams and to get rid of that stress, because most people around the world are in debt. It's sad, but it's true. They're in debt and they need multiple jobs to be able to survive. So if you're interested, if you're in a situation like that, contact us. We would love to share, more information on Kangen water and how great this company pays. It's amazing. So definitely contact us, and we would love to show you the way. Thanks for watching.
My brother-in-law, my sister-in-law. Now, lifestyle. I built this house for my mom in the Philippines. Again, the money for this house that I built for her came from Kangen water. This was about, I think, 5-6 years ago. I built this house. Okay, I don't try to sell you compensation plan. I say lifestyle. This was me before I joined Kangen. I was broke. My wife lost her job at the hospital. So we had no income, and this Kangen business was a lifesaver for us. This is where we live today. And again, this is from the Kangen business. I bought this early this year, so on the 9th year of the business, I was able to purchase this house. And this is the 5th house I bought from the Kangen business. Wow. The view from my bedroom. People come here and say, did you get this house from being a distributor of this Kangen machine? Yeah. I said, this came from my Kangen machine business. This is not just the only house. This is the 5th one already in the last 10 years. This is where I work. This is where I'm sitting right now. But this is daytime. It's dark now, so you don't see it. But this is an awesome view. Every morning I see the sunrise come out from that water. Okay, this is where I relax, the dining room, the master bedroom. This is where I'm sitting right now, looking out to that window. The other bedroom, view from the other bedroom. It has a 5-bedroom. Mr. Oshiro came here. This is my meeting room for the Kangen business. That's Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro. They were so happy when they came to my house. I'm telling you, Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro, they're very happy to see our life change. I remember 10 years ago when I was new, he would ask JB, like, are the people's, what he mean people is like myself and the other downline of JB, are their lives changing? I mean, he wants to know, you know. That's how good these leaders of ours. You could even jet ski from my house to the Statue of Liberty. You see the map there? Okay, that's where the my house is, and the other one part is the Statue of Liberty. Anyway, this is the third house we bought in the Philippines. That's where we vacation. In fact, I'm going home there this January for like a month and a half. But when I go in January, I'm going to Indonesia. We're gonna have a anniversary in India. In Indonesia, they expect 5,000 people. I will be there in Indonesia. 5,000 people at the event. And then from there, I'm gonna go to Borneo, Sabah. We have distributors there. From there, I will go to Jakarta. No, I'm going to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, with Gary Gann's group. And then from there, I will go to Bernard Chan in Singapore, and then back to the Philippines. I'm going to be doing a training at the Philippine head office of Enagic. That's the fourth house. My eldest son lives here. That's the other house. My younger son, Jason, lives here. So Jeremy lives here and Jason lives here. I'm able to help my niece and nephews to go to college. Those who cannot afford college, my wife and I support them. These are the churches I help build. Again, from this Kangen business, the third church and the fourth church. Actually, this is an ongoing project for me. Every first week of the month, after I get my bonus at the end of the month, the following week I send the church building fund. It's like my tithing. And there's a crew that just continues to build these churches. This fourth church will probably finish sometime this year, and then we start the fifth church. Wow. They're in the different areas in my hometown in the Philippines. If I can do it, you can do it.
Amen.
I did not grow. Yes, I did not grow up in the United States, but I learned, and it can be done. It's doable. This shows you my first month. I did 41 presentations, February 2006. My second month, 45 presentations. My third month, 40. So I'm doing about 40 demos a month. That was when I started 10 years ago. Okay. Now it's even a lot better for me because I don't even have to go out anymore. I just go out to the big events on weekends. But then during the week, people come to my house to listen now.
They track you down, right, Romi?
Yeah. Okay, 3 months, again, 120 demos, and I got my 100 group sales. Now, it's not 120 prospects, okay? Because sometimes on one demo, I would have 3, 4, or 5. So if you total those 120 demos, I must have presented the Kangen business and the Kangen water to about 500 prospects. 400 did not buy, but I have the 100 that bought. Okay. You start as a 1A. Now, most of you know the compensation plan, so I will go quickly. 1A to 6A, that's how you go up in rank. Okay. The first 2 sales you earn. This is how I present the compensation plan. First 2 sales you earn 1 point, and then you get a 2 point when you become a 2A. The company will pay 8 points down the line. So it could be, assuming everybody is a 1A, it could be 8 levels of people. You're getting paid 285s. Okay, and then I give examples of how it actually happened in my group. 1A. Your next sale, you become a 2A, that's 570. Okay, so I'm going to pass by this compensation plan because you have seen it, you're all distributors. Okay, that what I'm doing is I'm giving life to the compensation plan. When I present, I show actual people, like my friend Franny. I was 5A when he joined. He's from Chicago, and I was earning 5A 5 points every time he was making sales 10 years ago when we started. Okay, 100, you become a 6A, you earn 1710. Now, what I do when I show the compensation plan, I go all the way to the higher ranks because I have seen some presentations where some distributors only stress the first like 1A to 6A part of the compensation plan. Okay, I go for the big picture. So I tell them you become a 6A, you get your 3,000 award title incentive. Okay, and this was in Anaheim. There are thousands of people at this event, and they're falling in line, getting their $3,000. You know, the title incentive, they don't send it to your house. You have to pick it up at an event or at a 6A meeting. Then you become 6A2 when you develop two 6As. You start to get your monthly bonus and your quarterly bonus. You get $6,000 title incentive bonus. In the monthly bonus, they add your sales, your group sales for the month, and they multiply it with a certain number and send you that monthly bonus check. Every 3 months, they do the same thing. They count how many sales your group had sold on 3 months and multiply it with a certain number, and they send you the quarterly bonus check. So every 3 months, you get two bonuses, the monthly and the quarterly. Now, 6A2s, they get $6,000 bonus. There they are. This was in Dusseldorf, Germany when I went there. Okay. And then you want to become 6A2-2 by developing two people who are 6A2s. You get 12,000 bonus. And there they are. They're getting their 12,000 bonus. Now, this friend of mine, Terry, she doesn't like attending meetings. She became 6A, and then 6A2, and then 6A2-2. She never picked up her check at an event. So the manager in New York, Ari, called her up and said, Terry, why don't you come down here and get your check? So she came at our 6A meeting, and she picked up 3 checks, $21,000. And then after she picked it up, she disappeared from the meeting. So I called her up from my cell phone. I said, Terry, where are you? She said, oh, me and my husband are having lunch. I just came to get my check. And I remember she's one of my best friends from years ago from previous network marketing. A long time ago, she was doing Shackley. And she went up the stage. She collected $50,000 bonus in Shackley a long time ago when I was young. That was a lot of money then. And then she retired from network marketing. And she just lived quietly in Sebring, Florida, 2 hours south of Orlando. And I traced her there. And I showed her the Kangen opportunity. And I tell you, when a network marketer says they are retired, I tell you, it's inside of them, that instinct of doing network marketing. If they see something good, they do it again. Yeah. And now I'm happy for her, and up the rank. Actually, the Toronto group is from her downline. Okay, when I was starting 10 years ago, from New York, the group grew in the New York area, and then I sponsored Cynthia Biganti from California, and then the group grew in California. And then the Canadians started buying from United States distributors, and one of Terry's downline is from Toronto, and that's how we end up opening the Toronto office. In fact, this coming weekend, Sunday, there will be a Christmas party in Toronto. Dan Prosser will be there. I saw on the flyer. Vancouver also started buying, and my friend Franny from Chicago, that leader in Vancouver, Dante Kalinisan, is from his downline, from his line. So 2-3, you get 25,000 bonus, and you get 5,000 a month for life. I tell you, this is one of the best thing that we are showing on the compensation plan now. Everybody wants to become a 682-3, because you want that $5,000 a month bonus. And there they are. They are receiving their 682-3 bonus. My friend Franny made it to 2-3. I'm telling you, this business of ours, if you can only find two people on separate legs who will build the business, you can keep getting promoted all the way up. My friend Franny, on one leg, down the line, somewhere down the line, showed up Dante Kalinisan from Vancouver. Dante Kalinisan, a 685-3. I think his daughter is also a -3, and Dante is about to become a -4. And then on the other side of Franny, again, somewhere down the line on another leg, is a guy named Roy from New Jersey. So Roy became a 682-2, and Franny became a -3. Okay, so now here's the lesson. Sometimes it's not the person that you recruited or you sponsored that will do the business. Sometimes it will be somebody down the line. Okay, and it doesn't matter, because when that person down the line builds it, it's like that person is like direct to you. Okay, the people in between them and you, they can catch up. They can work their way up also. But the good thing is, if you find two builders on two separate legs, you can keep on moving up. That's Willie, Debbie from Florida. Now you develop two people who are -3, you became a -4. 50,000 title bonus, 10,000 a month you get. There they are. They're receiving their 50,000 title bonus. Okay, and Anna Wilshire. Remember my story when I first started? I sold to two elderly ladies, and then I sold to Joe. Joe is this guy on the left of Anna Wilshire, and Joe brought in Honor, and Honor made it to -4. Okay, under Honor is Tamiya, and she also made it to -4. That's Michelle Riley. There they are getting their 50,000. Now, this recognition ceremonies are happening all over the world. I was in the Philippines last August. I mean, there was a long line of people on the stage getting their bonus checks. I was in the Philippines in March, and I did a meeting in Davao City. There were about 500 people at the meeting. The manager of the Philippines, Mr. Mori, told me they were doing about in March around 600, 700 machines per month in the Philippines. And Mr. Mori told me by the end of this year, I estimate we will be doing 1,000 machines per month. They already hit it last month in November. It's not even December yet. They did 1,000 machines in 1 month. And now they're talking of making it 2,000 machines a month by end of next year. And I know it will happen, you know. I see it happen all over the place. 682-5, you get 100,000 bonus, 15,000 a month. My presentation actually My PowerPoint ends at -5 because that's the rank I achieved so far. I sponsored Cynthia Briganti. She became a -5 like me. Uh, these are some of the new -5s. Eli, Kenneth Wong, Kyoko Nakamura. That's Cynthia. I sponsored her. She became a -5. She called me I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. She became a -6. So now I have to revise my presentation. I have to show -6 now on my PowerPoint.
All the way from 1A up to what we currently have 6A 2-6. So we're going to welcome somebody up to the stage who is the absolute highest rank in the entire global company. So before we introduce her, can you please stand up?
I think Dante Bakali.
Okay, so I'm going to have a great honor to bring up our highest ranking distributor underneath Mr. Oshiro, of course, in the entire company. 6A, 2-6, Cynthia Briganti. People all around the world, for 4,000 people, for Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro, tell us who you are.
First of all, I would like to thank God for giving us the as the tools for us to change our lives. I came from the Philippines. I was married as a battered wife. I stood up myself and came to America. And I promised myself with God's faith, I don't have anything when I come here. I remember when I was coming to America with nothing, and then walking up to the stair of the airplane, and I saw my child running after me and saying, "Mom, please don't leave me." But I cannot go back, because if I go back, I fail. I'm no longer here. As a woman with faith, that's the only capital that we have in life. We have to look for something that can change us, but we have to have focus, because if we don't have focus, we lost our dreams. The only thing that can achieve our dreams is us. You have to make it come true, or otherwise you cannot achieve it. That's why I thank Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro for giving us this business to change our lives. And I'm so thankful for you too, because it's a woman's power.
And I have to catch up to Cynthia. This is what's good with our business. You can bypass your upline. You know, there's no limit. It all depends on how hard you want to work, how high you want to get, and it can be done. Okay. Now, the good thing with our compensation plan is her going up a higher rank doesn't really diminish my compensation. I mean, the bigger her group grows, the more money I make too. So it's okay if somebody goes up higher rank than you, you still make the same money. That's the house she paid off, and she bought a brand new house. Since the beginning. Now, there are three kinds of distributors. I'm talking of mindset now. The turkey, the chicken, the eagles. I have to be honest. The turkey, you tell them fly, they're not gonna fly. So in terms of distributors, there are distributors that will just do nothing. Now, the chickens, you tell them fly, they will fly, and then they will get to the ground. They start to scratch the ground and look for something to eat. You know. Now we need a lot of chickens in building this business. 61% of the sale of the whole company, on the average, more than half, is being sold by 1As and 2As, new people. Chances are, if your group have no sales, it's because you don't have new people. Because the sales are being done by new people. There has to be a constant influx of people going inside your organization. If your downlines do not do it, you gotta do it yourself in the beginning. You gotta keep on getting new people. They say network marketing is like a revolving door, say in a hotel. People come in, people come out. And the people coming out are more than the people coming in. There's gonna be nobody inside the building. So you have to have a constant number of people going in if you want to build this business. And then there are the eagles. The eagles are the type of distributors where you show the opportunity, they see it, and they fly with it. They don't even need you. They are leaders. For instance, I sponsored Cynthia in California. I never did a meeting for her. She just fly with the business. My upline, JB, sponsored me, and he's in California. I'm in New York. I mean, I just started building it myself. He came to New York once when I was a 5A already and did one meeting, and that's about it. In the past 10 years. but that's what leaders are. Usually it's the people who say or who complain, oh, I didn't make it because I didn't get help from my upline. They usually are the ones who will not make it. So don't be like that. Right now, all the tools are available to everybody. Even if your upline is inactive, I mean, we got webinars, we have like YouTube videos, we have trainings all over. You can just watch what the leaders are doing on Facebook. Like follow them, the Enagic leaders, you know, and you're gonna see what they're doing. But I would say between the YouTube videos and the webinars and the teleconferences, anybody can build this business. The good thing is we are all potential eagles. You know, God created us with a creative capacity inside of us. We just have to let it come out of us. Tip number one: follow up, hit the right timing. When I tried to sponsor Cynthia Biganti 10 years ago, at this picture I was not even a 1A. I was a 0A. But when JB invited me to the meeting, I figure I'm gonna go to the meeting anyway. Let me bring a prospect. If I join, I already have a recruit. So I brought Cynthia. She did not join, but I did. But then after 6 weeks, I became a 5A. I called her up again, and then she joined. You know, some people they want to see if it really would work for you, and then they will come in later. So the important thing is you follow them up. Okay, don't forget those that you started approaching already, because people have different timing. You have to hit them at the right timing. Now build for events. Events is like a bonfire. You can put a wet log wood in it, and it will still burn. Okay. For instance, my friend JB, he sent me brochures. He spoke to me on the phone. He did the actual demo. I still would not listen. But when he brought me to an event and I see people going on the stage, that's when I became hot, and I bought my machine and I said, let me do this business. Okay. Building the business fast is easier. Airplane only flies at high speed. Okay, they only fly at high speed. So when you push your throttle, you gotta push it all the way up. Otherwise, sometimes if you build this slow, you cool down. Like I like to be always hot. I'm hot every day. Okay, sometimes I go on vacation. When I come back, I'm cold. It's easy for me to become hot again. I just make a few calls, watch some videos. I'm hot again. You know, my mind is back. Make your daily call. Okay, it takes 21 days to form a habit. Actually, this is very, very, very important. This concept here, because the reason why people do not change is because 95% of what we do is coming from our subconscious mind. We don't even think about it. We just do it. I'm right-handed because I'm built to be a right-handed. It's in my nerve cells. It's in my flesh. It's in my bones. Okay, we drive. We don't even think how we drive. We just do it. We ride a bicycle. You balance because it's in your nerves. It's in your cells. It's in your body. Now, only 5% of what you do, you are consciously aware. The 95% you are not aware. So you are a product of your subconscious mind actually. I'll give you an example. Somebody would say, I want to make a lot of money, I want to be rich, and I want to build this business. I want to be rich. But then subconsciously at the back of their mind, they might have had something, for instance, a religious belief, for instance, that at the back of mind it says, what was that thing? Money is the root of all evil, right? And it's deep down in the subconscious and the person doesn't even know it. I tell you, that limiting belief is affecting the person and not even know it. You gotta get rid of that. Okay, like for instance, when I was younger, I might have had those beliefs, but then it was corrected. For instance, like right now, when I get my check, I have my money. I know money is good. I'm able to build churches. I'm able to like help a lot of people. My sister, for instance, had an open heart surgery, and you know in the Philippines there's no such thing as insurance. You know? But anyway, my mom had a quadruple bypass too, and it's a good thing we have the Kangen money. You know, you just pay the hospital. You don't need insurance, but you're able to do a lot of good with money. They say money is neither good nor bad. It's neutral. It's what you do with it that makes it good or bad. Okay. I believe that everything that God created in the whole universe, God created for us. Even in the Bible, remember the parable of the prodigal son? What the father told the other son, the good son, he said, "Son, all that I have is thine. You know? Everything that I own is yours. You're my son." And that's how God is to us. He created everything for us. People buy when they feel like buying. Okay, we have a left brain and a right brain. Okay, sometimes some distributors' mistake is they become too academic, too analytical, too like data. Data is a dry Like information is a dry like data, and sometimes it gets boring. You must realize that people have a right brain. Sometimes some people you haven't said much, they want to buy already. Some people you've been telling them all kinds of things, and they still don't want to buy. They're still analyzing. You have to touch the feeling part of the person. That's why stories work. I tell you, because the stories connects to the right brain, to the part that feels. Okay, so stories sell. Have a millionaire mindset. A long time ago, when I was younger, when my son Jason was still young, I probably nothing was happening with whatever business I was doing at the time, and my son said, "Daddy, I saw they have ice cream. They're accepting people to drive the ice cream truck. Maybe you should apply." I said, "Jason, why are you telling me this?" I said, and Jason said, "Dad, because you're so poor." I said, "Jason, I am not poor. I am a rich man who is broke. That's two different things." So millionaire mindset. They say if all the money in the world will be divided equally between everybody, okay, if they gather all the money and they distribute it equally between everybody, in a matter of time, the rich will become rich again and the poor will become poor again. Because wealth is in the mind. Okay, it's in the mind. That's why self-development is very important. Like the more we grow personally, the more our life changes also. We understand body, soul, and spirit. I always say, if I pick up my cell phone and I tell my mom, okay, I'm going to make $1 million, and I'm going to be a 6A, say 25. Okay, just an example. She would hear it in the Philippines, and I'm in the United States. If she's in London, she would hear it there. If she's in the moon, she would hear it. If she's in Mars, she would hear it. What I'm saying is, whatever comes out of your mouth, which came from your heart, registers in the whole universe. So you gotta be careful what you say, okay? Because it registers. There are several phrases in the Bible that says that, like the tongue has the power of life and death. The tongue has, so be careful of what you say. Now, one of the questions here says, the people we are talking with don't seem to care about their health. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This is a belief challenge, because, how would I say it? If there are 7 billion people on planet Earth, there are also like 7 different worlds. We all see the world through a filter. Okay? So the person who thinks that people will not buy this machine because it's very expensive, they're not concerned by their health, you're seeing it through a filter. Okay? Because there are people like me, for instance. I believe almost everybody will buy this machine because I have seen people bought it from me. So my belief is I can get people to buy this machine. Okay? The Bible also says, as you believe, so shall it be done unto you. So we have to be careful with what we believe. The people who are building big businesses, okay, I'm watching Gary Gunn's videos. You better follow Gary Gunn on the internet. Actually, Asia is selling so well and building the business so well because in Asia they have very strong belief that this Enagic business is their it's like their vehicle to have a good lifestyle. It's a very good business. Now in the United States, I still see a lot of, I would say, we're so comfortable here in the United States. most of us have a regular job and make money and comfortable. Okay, in America, I mean in Asia, because life is hard, they see this as a very strong opportunity. I see Garrigan on his videos. He says, "Okay, I'm showing you a business where for $4,000 you can have a franchise business that you can build your business all over the world." That's the mindset that they have. So they can get people to believe and think that, wow, I'm gonna have $4,000, so I could have a global business, and I'm gonna build this business worldwide. And it's working. That's how they get a whole lot of people get into the Enagic business. Okay. Meanwhile, I know this is just my perception that in the United States, sometimes there's so many of us whose mindset is, oh, if I make one sale here and there, I can make some extra money. It's good. But I would say that mindset will not build a big business. So you gotta believe that this business can be built real big. Okay, we are all connected in spirit. Okay, I believe in divine providence. Remember Abraham? God told Abraham, "You will be the father of many nations. Your descendants will be as many as the stars in the skies." And then Abraham said, "How could it be? I'm 100 years old. My wife is 90 years old." But then Abraham believed, and it happened. Okay, as many as the stars in the skies, you will be the father of many nations. That's a lot of downlines. And I'm telling you that's what's happening to even in our Enagic business. You can be a father of many nations by recruiting a lot of people in different nations. You know, sometimes it's not you who recruited them, but your downline recruited those other nations. But I really believe that the God of the universe intervenes in people's lives. My business grew so big, not because not because I'm good or I'm better than other distributors. I believe those people that came along my way, God sends them to me. I believe that God sent me this Enagic business. Like if I look back, it's just one moment of time where I attended an event where JB invited me, and I made the decision, I'm gonna do this business. You know, you take away that moment of time in my life now is probably horrible because I don't know what business to do anymore. I'm technically unemployable. I tried to look for a job twice. Nobody would hire me. So I said, I'm not applying for a job anymore. I'm going to find another network marketing company, and that's what I've been doing. And I found Enagic. You know? And I tell you, everything they say, if you have faith, you can move mountains, is very, very true. If you have faith, you can move mountains. So you have to watch the things that you believe. You know, you gotta believe in your ability to build this business. You have to believe in our product, the candle water. You gotta believe in the company Enagic. You're gonna believe in the people that you're bringing into the business, with God's help, you can do everything.
I thank Enagic because this company changed so many lives because of the focus that they had, the determination, the consistency, the persistency of being here in the company. That makes us more successful with God. Because if you work without Him, you cannot do anything. Maybe you are the best in the whole entire world, Thank you for everything. Because I would like also to thank Samsia, Gary Gan, Bernard Chan, Pierre Chan, Robert Mercado, the next 2006 in the future. I would like to thank also my fiancé. Where are you? Del Caro. And also on the other side, I would like to thank the whole United States team. Eli the Fish, Angelina, Michelle Riley, and a lot more. I'm speechless now. Thank you so much. Just have faith in God. That's all that you have. You can achieve your goal because of Him. Put it in your heart. Keep continue. Don't stop. If you fail, face it and stand up again, because that's the only way to be successful in life. Thank you so much. Thank you, Romi and Sahib. Thank you, Colton. Isabel. Thank you, a lot of minutes. I don't know. Thank you, everybody. This is the company, Enagic.
Please have a seat. Please have a seat. Mr. O'Shea wants to share some words.
特別なことですからちょっとご紹介しましょうね。
So this is really from my heart to her.
もう素敵な本当に方ですよね。
And as you can see, she looks good.
エナジックビジネス還元ウォーターの仕事は努力すればできる仕事だと分かりますよね。
This is a prime example. If you work hard, you can master this. Little by little.
その証の人です。
So that's the kind of the spirit within her.
そういう意味ではシンシアさんが 6A26 になって今エナジック最高ランクにいるわけです。
And as you can see, Cynthia's reached the rank of 6826, the top rank.
私のすぐそばにいるわけです。
So she's like, maybe I work for her.
だから本当に家族の妹みたいなもんです。
I consider her now one of my inner family.
ですから皆さんも誰でもできるチャンスがある。
That means you can do it also.
シンシアさんだけではありませんよね。
If Cynthia can do it.
でも彼女は一番私と同じように還元ウォーターを飲んでいます。
And she started just like me, drinking Kangen water.
至るところで飲んでます。
No, drinking Kangen
で
water.
誰にも伝えることができる。
And then she has to tell different people.
タクシーの中でも
And she does it.
飛行機の中でも
And she's riding around an airplane. Wherever she goes.
一生懸命伝えてる。
She is an absolutely
そ
hard
の結
worker.
果だと思います。
I think that's the effect.
それは皆さんにもできることですから、
That's your chance also.
シンシアさんの後ついてくださいね。
Grab a hold of Cynthia's tail.
ドリームですね。
She had a dream.
皆さんもそう夢ですね。
You have a dream too.
OK。
Make it happen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cynthia.
Thank you, my father, my daddy, and my mommy, Romi Verdara. Thank you so much.